Pain heals. Chicks dig scars. Glory lasts forever.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate all your support. Oof. I got hit by one of those nasty migraines, still feeling it a little bit, but obviously no videos yesterday when, of course, lots and lots of things were happening. WNBA All Star Game Draft, Christine Brennan drops her book, and on and on. And I'm sure there have been a lot of videos and everything put out. So you probably have already seen these stories, but I'm sure you came here anyway because this is where you get something different. This is where you get something original. I am not Quentin Tarantino, where I just steal from the great filmmakers and put it all together. This is the original hot sauce. Let's go. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. Oh my gosh, I need some sleep. But anyway, one thing I wanted to talk about, just because it's really, really funny. And by the way, kudos Caitlin Clark and Napheesa Collier for not only doing this, but how they did this. And you may have heard by now, captains Caitlin Clark Kent and Napheesa Collier swapped coaches, folks. They swapped coaches. That is right. Napheesa Collier got her own Lynx coach, Cheryl Reeve, and Caitlin Clark got the defending champion New York Liberty coach, Sandy Brondello. Absolutely fantastic. So apparently before the All-Star game, because look, we all know Cheryl Reeve absolutely hates Caitlin Clark. People were to the point, and it's such a big thing and so well known to the point that when this happened, people were going around with the jokes that Caitlin Clark's going to be the first WNBA All-Star game captain or starter to actually not play at all in an All-Star game, which really wouldn't surprise anyone because do not forget, because I did it last year at All-Star Game, Aerial Powers just happened to be, because she does a lot of YouTube stuff and that sort of thing. She's one of the players bigger on social media, but separate from, like, she just doesn't do weird dances on TikTok and stuff. She actually has a whole separate thing from her basketball. But anyway, she was filming herself, as you know, going onto the plane to go to the All-Star Game. And wouldn't you believe it? Now, this is when she was with Atlanta. She had previously played for Cheryl Reeve and the Lynx, and apparently they did not get along, or Cheryl did not like her. And as it turns out, Aerial Powers is just filming herself going on when she realizes she's going to be sitting next to Cheryl on the way to the All-Star game. Just random, folks. Gets on the plane, goes to take her seat. Cheryl Reeve gets up, goes across the aisle, and switches seats. Yes, that is Cheryl. So Napheesa called her up, and she's like, "Yo, Dairy Queen, that's Caitlin's nickname for those of us in the know." She's like, "Look, I'm going to do you a solid. We all know my coach absolutely hates you. It's going to be a terrible, terrible experience for you. You have so much on your shoulders as it is, all the hate that you get, all the pressure to grow the league. And I don't want you to have to deal with all that for your All-Star weekend as well. So, of course, being her star player, I've got her wrapped around my finger. I can deal with all that. She's not going to give me any of that crap. So why don't we just straight up trade coaches? I'll take my Cheryl. You'll get a chance to play for a really good coach for the first time in your WNBA career." And then, hold on one sec, everyone. Okay, so my producer is telling me that I'm going to need to edit that out, that I can't say something like that because I'll get a lot of people that are going to get very upset and say that I'm, throwing shade or hating on Christy Sides, that she was actually a good coach. And that, wait, hold on. Sorry, not Christy Sides, Stephanie White. Apparently, a lot of people think she's a really good coach. And by saying something like that and cracking that type of joke, it's going to make people very, very upset. So you may not even hear this little spiel. But yeah, so anyway, and what was really cool about this with Napheesa and Dairy Queen, Caitlin, is that they didn't tell anyone, right? And that's what I mean. They got together. Clearly, they had a conversation between themselves, and they got together and they did this in the Tuesday night's draft. ESPN, no one knew it was coming, folks. ESPN did not know that this was coming, which is absolutely wild. Caitlin Clark and Napheesa Collier make a coach trade.
I don't know if this is in the rules. I don't really care. But I think we've already discussed we are going to trade coaches. Fee's going to take her coach, Sandy Brondello. Let's get it. Ooh. It's going to be amazing. Sorry, WNBA, if that's not in the rule. Sorry, ESPN, if that's not in the rules, but we just made it a
It's happening
rule.
now.
So, Sandy Brondello, come on over.
Whoa!
Let's get to it. You can coach Sabrina. So therefore, maybe
Cheryl.
Stewie wants to come on over to my team.
Whoa.
Let me know. Fee, you want to give me Stewie?
We have breaking
Let me know.
news here. I don't know that I've heard of a coach being traded in the All-Star game. This is something that you're agreeing to, Fee. There's no terms to this deal.
I agree with Cheryl. I agree with the trade. I love Cheryl. She's my coach here. And you know what? That's just going to be worse for Team Clark because now we got more chemistry on our side. We got more synergy. We know what we expect from each other. So that was a bad move on your part, Caitlin. We're taking you down.
Oh, the coaches maybe is going to be the X factor.
Okay.
So there you go, folks. And what I love about this too, and is what I hope to see more of, is that, Caitlin, I love that announcement. Sorry, WNBA. I don't know if that's against the rules, but too late because I'm Caitlin Clark and I just announced it and I run your league. Whether you like it or not, I am in control. I am in charge. It is my league. It is not your league. I'm going to make that very, very clear. So yeah, I thought this was pretty wild. I thought this was pretty cool on I don't know who came up with it. I gotta say, I would like to know that, right? That'll probably cause a whole lot of trouble though, if we were to find out whether or not that was Napheesa Collier going to Caitlin Clark or the other way around. However, let's think this through. It could very well have been Cheryl. Cheryl went to her own player, Napheesa Collier, and was like, I'm kind of spineless. Napheesa, I'm spineless. I'm a bit of a wimp. I talk tough in the moment, but as you can see, when there's any type of confrontation, just like I did with Aerial Powers, I get up and I run away because I am actually a coward, even though I talk about not giving one crap and not giving two craps and all this other stuff. When I have to come face to face with somebody that I am doing this to, I cannot do that. I do not have the courage for that. I will run away. So you need to do me a huge favor. Contact Caitlin. Just say it's something you came up with. Say, hey, look, it makes sense. Obviously, at least in the press, I know you probably don't have a problem with Cheryl because that's the kind of good person you are. But Cheryl, as we know, has said some things about you, and people are making it a big deal. It's going out there about maybe you not even playing in the All-Star game because Cheryl won't play you. I said, so look, how about I take my coach? She's my coach now. I'll take her in the All-Star game. We'll swap coaches. You announce it on ESPN. We won't even tell anyone. And we all know that if you do that, the WNBA is not going to come out and be like, no, it's the All-Star game, right? It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be for the fans. Nobody is going to have a problem with this. So there's no way the WNBA is going to come out and be like, you heard Caitlin Clark trade coaches on ESPN, and we are not going to allow that because we are the WNBA and we are in charge and you can't do these things. We all know that's not going to happen. So shout out Caitlin Clark, shout out Napheesa Collier. Hey, I'll even shout out Cheryl if she's the one that actually made this happen. But I thought this was pretty wild. I thought this was something a little lighter, which the WNBA can always use a little fun. Need to put the fun back in basketball somehow. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, appreciate you so much checking out this video. It is game day. Hopefully you see this before the game. I don't know. I didn't get up as early as I would like because I'm wiped out. But smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. I think we're like less than 20 subs away from 13,300. We slowed down a bit. Get out there. Get all your friends. Hit the share button and all that stuff. And I will talk to you later. Oh, of course, go have the day you deserve.